This is the story of Alice in Wonderland.
Cats and rabbits would reside in fancy little houses and be dressed in shoes and hats and trousers. In a world of my own, all the flowers would have very extra special powers. They could sit and talk to me for hours when I'm lonely in a world of my own. There'd be new birds, lots of nice and friendly howdy-do birds. Everyone would own a dozen bluebirds within that world of my own. No more trouble, for the greatest problem would be things a child could understand. And if somehow things could be that way, my little world would be a wonderland.
As Alice was dreaming of her Wonderland world, she heard a whistle and saw a white rabbit with pink eyes. Alice saw the rabbit pop down a large rabbit hole, and in a flash, she followed him.
What a curious feeling. I'm getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
As Alice shrank, she began to cry, and the tears fell to the ground, forming a little pool. Soon Alice grew so small that she fell into the pool of her own tears and had to swim to shore.
What strange things are happening to me today. Now I've been washed ashore with some very queer characters.
It was true, for on the shore, a group of animals were racing around in a circle. There seemed to be no beginning or end to the race, and when Alice inquired politely, a dodo bird told her it was a caucus race. Everybody take your place before we start the caucus race. With your wings and feet and fins, soon the race begins. Bugs and birds caught in the rain will race until they're dry again. When you hear them sneeze and cough, they're off, they're off, they're off. Forward, backward, inward, outward, bottom to the top. Makes no difference where you run as long as you don't stop. Since there is no finish line, you might wear out your shoes, but when the race is over, no one ever seems to lose. Prizes, 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 prizes. Backward, forward, skipping, hopping through the slithy toves. Some will take a rowboat when they reach the borogoves. Run and race, pretend you're chasing pretty butterflies. Hail the caucus race where everybody wins a prize. Hail the caucus race where everybody wins a prize. When Alice left the caucus race, she walked through the woods until she came to a lovely garden. It was beautiful there, but Alice felt lonely because she had no one to talk to. So she said to a tiger lily,
Oh, tiger lily, how I wish you could talk.
I can talk when there is anyone worth talking to. Well, don't look so startled, child. I've been talking for a long time. Alice said goodbye to the flowers and went on her way. Soon she came to the house of the March Hare and the Mad Hatter, who were sitting on the lawn and having what seemed to be a party.
Oh, a birthday party. I love birthday parties. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
No. This is not a birthday party. It's an unbirthday party.
A very merry unbirthday to us, to us. A very merry unbirthday to us, to us. If there are no objections, let it be unanimous. A very merry unbirthday, a very merry unbirthday, a very merry unbirthday to all. Alice left the unbirthday party and said to herself,
That was the silliest party I've ever been to. Well, I've had enough nonsense. I'm going home. Straight home.
But you see, Alice didn't know which way her home was. She tried the first path she came to, but instead of leading her home, it took her to a beautiful palace. As she watched, the palace gates swung open, and a pack of cards dressed as soldiers came marching out. The cards formed a circle around Alice, leaving a small path open from the palace. In a few moments, the Queen of Hearts came marching down a path, bowing and waving to her loyal subjects. When the Queen saw Alice, she grew very angry. "Off with her head," she shouted, "off with her head!" At this, the whole pack of cards rose up into the air and came flying down upon Alice. And then Alice found herself lying on the bank of the river with her head in the lap of her sister, who was gently brushing away some leaves that had fluttered down from the trees above. Her sister said,
Wake up, Alice, dear. Why, what a long sleep you've had.
You see, it was all a dream. And that's the story of Alice in Wonderland.